Hello, everyone. Just starting the broadcast. Send in the invites. Give me a second here. Going to copy from the last Patreon posts or whatever. I woke up a little late. I haven't been getting like any fucking sleep at all lately. Really shitty. Let's see. All right, from the last post. Where? Processed patrons and processed patrons, send message, and just change the links. Hangout invite. And then YouTube link. All right. Sending the message, and then I'm gonna make a post as well. Post. Text. Hello.
Hi.
Fleshmall. How's it going?
Fine.
Making this post because not everybody gets these messages for some reason. All right. Oh, interesting. Just Patreon allows you to do a public teaser text, which is different than the text that you're publishing for the patrons, as in people who aren't $10 patrons can see like a teaser of it if you want, but I'm not going to do that because there's no point. All right, posted. We're good. Hello, everybody. Oops. It is Saturday, June 23rd. I just posted my Jurassic World quickie.
Oh,
literally like a minute ago, as soon as I was setting up, which is why I didn't shower.
I'm sure you loved it.
Yeah, part of me feels like a little bad for giving it a 2, but then I thought about it. I'm like, it's a 3 tops. Like it's not any higher than a 3. So if people are gonna get mad at me for giving it a 2, it's like, okay, well, what? So it's a 3 then? Like that's about it. So that's about as much credit as I can give that film. Hello. How are you?
Hey, good.
Disgusting. Hello.
You.
I know.
Ugh.
It's better than picking my nose, though.
It just looks cynical and lame.
And
like it's made it because it's Jurassic Park.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't even like the first Jurassic World movie.
I didn't see it.
I gave it a 5, but
I barely remember it.
Exactly. It's like the only parts that it did even moderately successfully were just ripped off from the first Jurassic Park movie. Hello, Zoe. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Remember that one sequence where they just basically just went on the set of Jurassic Park for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, it was was very like the first Jurassic World, very unspecial, uninspired, and kind of lame, especially the effects, which I don't understand why Jurassic Park fans would be happy with everything being CG pretty much.
The only thing I remember actually from the film was the part where that one lady got eaten up by the pterodactyl.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. It was like when I saw that part of the movie, like she got screwed up so bad that like it made me feel as though there was a deleted scene of her doing something to deserve it. Like the way that she died in that movie was like, holy crap, like this is the way you kill a villain. You know, this is the way that you kill somebody who's been an asshole the entire movie. But it's like they deleted whatever scene that made her an asshole. You know, it was so weird.
Maybe she was an asshole on the set.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that was very strange. And then Jurassic World 2 is just like really, it's just a mess. It doesn't really have anything going for it.
Is it just me, or did they just recycle the same plot from Jurassic World?
They recycled a lot of the same plot premise, but it gets like somehow stupider.
Especially like the final trailer show when it feels just like, oh god, you're doing the same thing again, aren't they? Like
there's a lot of stupid shit and a lot of recycled shit.
Yeah.
And it's really annoying. And Jeff Goldblum has nothing to do with the movie. He's in his own scene at the beginning and then again at the end, which is the same scene, but they just cut back to it. And it's completely independent from the rest of the movie. It's really funny.
But he was in the
remake
first
Jurassic
one.
World 2.
Yeah, I don't think Jurassic World is important enough for people to want it remade. People are doing that with Star
we can
Wars or
hashtag it.
something? Is that what that's parodying? I just learned
Yeah.
about that the other day. I find that funny.
Apparently.
What?
I find it funny that people are begging for Star Wars: The Last Jedi to be
yeah.
remade, which is just like, okay.
What?
Yeah.
No.
When I saw that, I was just like, God is dead. That's so-
Yeah. God's not dead too.
Remake that.
They need to the rescue.
It's like fucking PG-13 Deadpool. Studio's not gonna
What
do
about
that.
Pete? Oh yeah, that was funny. Yeah, that petition was hilarious.
Yeah. I didn't know about that petition until I saw your quickie on it.
Oh, okay. Did I mention that during the quickie? Didn't I? Yeah, I did. I was
Yeah,
kind of
you
mean,
did.
wasn't I?
Not really.
I think I mentioned her by name, and then people were like that. Adam, that's me, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably. I shouldn't do that. Yeah, it's. I mean, that's one of the issues that I had with Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is like it feels really nerfed. You know, like all of the other movies are PG-13 too. I'm pretty sure. Like I don't think any of them are rated R. But this is the first one that really, really feels PG-13. Like this one feels particularly nerfed. I don't know if anybody agrees. I don't know if anybody in this room has even seen Jurassic World 2.
I have not.
It's not good.
I have
I
no
haven't-
intentions of seeing it.
It's not worth it. I mean, it kind of is because it's really funny because it's really bad. But if you're looking for a good movie, it's not worth it. But it is kind of really funny.
I've watched like the
Like
first.
torturing myself. Maybe I'll go see it.
I've watched like the first 3 Jurassic Parks, but none of the world. And frankly, I wish I didn't watch 2 and 3.
Yeah, I need to rewatch the second one for nostalgic purposes because I don't even remember like the quality of the film. You know?
I think I forgot almost everything that happened. In that.
All I remember is like the opening shot where that one girl is implied to be eaten by tiny raptors.
Right. And
I remember
a T-Rex parading around a city.
I remember like the 13-year-old does gymnastics and kicks a raptor in the
Oh
face.
yeah.
Oh,
You rescued the dog at some point, right?
Yeah.
that was so funny. It was so
Um,
fucking stupid.
hello, Suspiria. Are you excited for the remake or no?
I've never seen Suspiria, so yeah, I'll watch the remake.
Why is your username Suspiria?
That's the joke that I've been running for a while.
Oh, okay.
when I was a kid, I was in Blockbuster and I saw the Suspiria cover, and I was like, "Holy shit, that looks awesome!" So that's been my username for everything.
Okay, but you haven't seen it. Like, are you kidding or no?
I'm not kidding. I haven't seen it.
Okay, I saw it recently. I was kind of underwhelmed.
To be fair,
it's very colorful, but
to be fair, I have never seen Paul Blart.
Okay. So you're a phony.
Poser.
Yeah. Yeah, I
This
saw.
one... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I saw Suspiria a couple, I don't know, 2 to 4 months ago, and I can see why people like it so much. Like, it's one of the most like colorful 70s horror movies ever. But it's really stupid at the same time. Like,
I heard it's really uneventful until the last like 15 minutes or so.
The opening scene's kind of cool and like kind of, effective in what it tries to do, but then very boring throughout the entire movie. And then even at the end, it's like when things are happening, it's so stupid that it's difficult to get into it. It's kind of nonsense, and there's some bad acting in it. It feels like cheesy schlock, aside from the fact that it's very colorfully shot. But I really like the director of the remake, so I'm excited for that. I love how there was a Reddit thread like upvoted to the top of /r/movies saying the Suspiria remake is going to be rated R. They confirmed it. Hooray! And I'm like, that's cool and all. Like, that everybody's excited about that aspect. But me personally, all I was thinking is like, was there ever any debate? Like, what is this world where you have to worry about things being rated PG-13 or rated R? Oh yeah, the world where remakes aren't done by people who are passionate about a project, and it's just a, studio throwing an IP at someone, which may or may not be the case with this movie, but with the director attached to it, it's like you have to assume, like, why would they be doing the project if they would have to make a PG-13? Yeah. Like, there are some people that have that kind of integrity, And it's like,
going to be such a strange change of pace for the Call Me by Your Name director to go to this like disturbing horror.
I think they can do it. Yeah, I mean, they're very like sensual kind of filmmaker, but I think that it makes sense. We'll see how it is.
Dakota Johnson. We'll see.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I'm excited for it. When does that come out? Probably within a year. Let's see.
I thought it was coming out this fall.
Suspiria. Yeah, it's this year. November. Interesting. Yeah, who knows? It might be bad. Not every one of his movies is great, but like I'm excited for it either way.
Really?
I Am Love was great.
Because the only
never seen A Bigger Splash.
A Bigger Splash was it had potential, but there were some things holding it back. I enjoyed it overall.
I felt like the third act of A Bigger Splash and I Am Love had lots of similarities, especially with pools.
Oh,
so weird.
Yeah, no spoilers, but yeah, it was handled much better in I Am Love, and A Bigger Splash, it kind of felt like stupid. Yeah, he's made a lot of similar movies, or at least 3 kind of similar movies in tone, I guess. They've been more or less good from what I can tell. I haven't seen everything from this director. All right, let's see what people are thinking of my Jurassic World quickie. I published it 20 minutes ago. Oh, I can't even check it because I'm signed into my vlog channel thing. I have to go to the actual thing. Did anybody here see Incredibles 2?
No.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm in no rush to see
Not yet.
Somebody sounds like they're in a vacuum. Oh, they're gone.
Water.
That was weird.
They're
got
going down the
offended.
downward spiral.
I enjoyed Incredibles 2. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I might see it if I have nothing else to watch.
Do you have any comments on the opening short? Bow.
That was like...
I'm not going to spoil it.
It was
but-
kind of fucked up, no? Like,
yeah, I made a tweet about it, and all I'm thinking about it is like, and this will make sense when you see it, whoever hasn't seen it, but the opening Pixar short is like, to any child who you would have to assume is the target demographic that doesn't understand the symbolism in it, and like, if you take the short literally, which any child probably would, it's incredibly fucking morbid and disturbing. And there are people that responded to my tweet saying like kids were crying in the theater and had to leave before the movie even started. I'm like not even surprised because like there's some fucked up things that happen in that short, but if you understand that it's actually symbolic, then it's like okay, that nothing to worry about. But the kids aren't going to understand that it's symbolic.
Sorry,
in my audience,
what happened in the short?
I'm not going to say what happened because that's a spoiler. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
going to make sense to the people who see it, but I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it.
Is
in
there
my
any way to
audience,
look it up?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure if you type in BAO, BAO short, and then find some discussion boards where they don't care about spoilers, then I'm pretty sure
Thanks.
actually in the tweet I made, there are people that literally said what happened in response to my tweet. So if you scroll down enough on that tweet that I made about the short a few days ago, then you're bound to find the answer.
in my audience, it was dead silent throughout the short, and then it ended, and everyone just kind of like they like
Yeah.
looked around at each other.
What
just
the fuck
not
did I
saying
just
anything.
watch? People seem to be taking my Jurassic World quickie. Not too bad. I think there's a lot of people that expect it to be really bad, honestly. And that kind of helps.
I'm hearing shit.
Wait, was it bad? I haven't seen it yet.
I saw it
haven't
and I
seen
thought it was pretty terrible. I thought it was like particularly bad, yeah.
Oh.
It was garbage.
There's a poster which has like this girl lying in bed and a claw trying to outreach to her, like a dinosaur claw.
Oh yeah, that was
And-
stupid.
I cannot describe how much that poster made me not want to see a movie.
Yeah, the trailer made me not want to see it. Like as soon as it's funny that I always get so weirded out by like the movies subreddit on Reddit. Because it seems like I can't tell if things are getting upvoted because they're interested in it, or if things are getting upvoted just because it's a popular thing, and they feel like they should give people karma for popular things, you know? Because like all the time, it's just like new poster for this movie that everybody knew was already going to be made, and the poster is nothing special at all. It's like you can't. There's not even anything you could say about the poster that's like, oh wow, that's a cool poster. It's
I
just
didn't
like,
know
hey,
that-
there's a new poster that exists, like front page. And so when a new trailer for like Jurassic World, it's like front page, but it's like I don't know. I can't tell if anybody there is like. I would have to assume that a lot of people watch the trailer for Jurassic
I
World
didn't know
2
that
and
the-
think like that's gonna be great.
I didn't know that the man who killed Hitler and then Bigfoot was a thing until I saw the poster on r/movies.
See that being upvoted kind of makes sense because the poster is a direct visual parody of the man who killed Don Quixote, and I didn't go into the thread and I didn't bother to figure out like what the hell that movie was, or even if the whole thing was a parody of the Don Quixote movie or not. But I can understand why that's upvoted because it's like, haha, it's visually the same as the other poster. I have no idea what the hell that movie is though.
What?
Also, it's got a fucking ridiculous name.
Yes, exactly. It sounds like a Friedberg and Seltzer movie.
Oh my god! I think I know what that movie is. Someone mentioned it to me in my. If I remember correctly, I think the plot is supposed to be about a guy getting murdered on the set of the movie. I don't know.
Oh, what?
Foggy.
That sounds interesting.
I don't know. Can you look it up on IMDb?
I could possibly. Who sounds like they're on a train right now?
I'm sorry, that is me. I'm in a car. I will leave.
Okay, well, I mean, all you really have to do is just mute yourself when you're not talking. And then
Okay,
that's fine.
okay.
So when you want, just push to talk, and that way it's not just gonna be white noise throughout the entire thing.
There's a Life is Strange 2 coming out.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually surprised it's coming out so soon. I expected it would be like another year.
Didn't they like just do the prequel game not even a year ago?
Yeah, but it was outsourced to a different company.
Oh yeah.
So like,
yeah.
don't nod. But I think they made some other game called like Vampire or something, and
Yeah.
they also released like that. I guess they just released that probably today. That stupid
Captain Spirit.
Captain
Who's
Underpants
ready to
stupid
think
thing.
about as a child for 2 hours?
Yeah. I don't know. The man who killed, and then the Bigfoot. What the hell is this, and who directed this? I am so confused. I guess there's nothing really on IMDb about it. No description. Well, kind of. A legendary American war veteran is recruited to hunt a mythical creature. Yeah, I think this might just be... Okay, yeah, never mind. I don't even think that it is a parody of the Don Quixote poster. Is it? I just saw the big... I'm not, like, super familiar with either movie at this point. More familiar with Don Quixote, obviously, but I just remembered the big face on the poster, and then I saw a big face and the man who killed. I assumed that it was like a parody, right? I don't know. It might not be. It might just be its own thing. Never mind. I guess I'm wrong. Oops.
So mix an ass out of you and me.
Yes, exactly. But I corrected myself, and that's what matters. Man, I don't think anybody was excited for Jurassic World. What's even coming out right now? Let's see. I'm gonna find out. Oh yeah, Ocean's 8 is out, but I'm not really interested in that.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, I would feel wrong watching an Ant-Man movie. It's not Edgar Wright, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't blame you.
It looks kind of fun, but it's like, doesn't look fun enough to justify it. Watching it, you know? It's like, they're just showing the action scenes in the trailer. There's no way the movie's going to be mostly action scenes. You know?
How long has Jurassic World been out?
Like, a couple days.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was excited for it. Like,
Just
unironically. I don't know.
I mean, it made
like
300 million at the box office.
Sorry?
By the
300.
By the way, I looked up the short, the plot summary for Bao, and like,
Don't spoil
yeah,
it.
I don't know why they would show that before The Incredibles 2.
Yeah. Yeah. It was very morbid. And like, you can't, it's the symbolism is easy to understand if you're not like 10.
it's like showing a Hereditary trailer before Peter Rabbit. Oh wait.
Oh man.
That was
Speaking of Hereditary and Peter Rabbit, I recently, just a few days ago, saw Watership Down, and that was really fucked up, but I enjoyed it. Has anybody seen Watership Down?
Is that the one with the rabbits?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that.
really.
I've read the book.
I saw
read the
parts of
book.
it when I was a
I read
kid.
the book.
That'd
Holy
be
shit!
great.
I can't believe that was considered like a kids movie. That was just
Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that was really
Like,
disturbing and morbid.
I remember watching a movie with Dad, and he like turned to me. He's like, "I wonder if they ever made a Watership Down movie." And I'm like, "Oh boy, did they!"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's at the same time, it's like, I don't know, if the story was just like a little better, and they didn't have the annoying bird, and I don't know, like there were a few things that were just like preventing it from being like fantastic for me, but it really, just watching that, it makes me like starved for some kind of like I don't know, anthropomorphic animal serious movie where
Something a
there's
little more gritty.
consequences to things and it's not just made for kids. But it's like it's so difficult to make something like that because you can't sell it. You know, like time and time again, people try making something like that and just it doesn't sell as well. Possibly because studios don't advertise it because they don't believe it could sell. Isle of Dogs is like the closest thing we have to that right now.
Yeah.
But even that, it's like really tongue in cheek. Even
Yeah.
that, it's like
Movie.
even if a character dies, you know you're not going to be feeling like dread. You know, you could feel like a little sad for a character, but it's not something where it's going to make you feel like anything incredibly challenging. Like Wes Anderson films, even though there's some seriousness to them, they're never going to make you feel like shit. And I kind of want a movie where there's anthropomorphic animals being animated and it makes you feel like shit. You know, I want like anthropomorphized slaughterhouse film. You know, where they're like screaming out for their family members as they get their throats slit upside down. Something like that. That would be cool.
Didn't they make an Animal Farm movie?
I guess so. I never saw it. Is that Animal
Oh,
Farm
it's
is a
worth a
little
watch.
different?
That's a
Yeah,
good
though,
point.
isn't it?
Animal Farm is yeah.
I guess I should
And
watch that.
back.
shouldn't I?
Adam, have you seen a movie called Bird Boy: The Forgotten Children?
Bird Boy.
Yeah, it's like this really fucked up.
No.
It's like this really fucked up like it was like a Spanish film.
Okay, cool. I'm
It's
adding
a
that
lot
to
like
my watch
Watership.
list.
It's a lot like Watership Down, except I guess newer. It has like stars like a bunch
Hmm.
of anthropomorphic little mice and
Yeah.
birds.
What's the name of that weird German cat movie again?
Philly Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one.
I that's another like there's a few in that vein of like, hey, guess what? This is a animated movie with anthropomorphic animals and we're also not G-rated. And like they exist, but a lot of them just don't do that great of a job with storytelling. I didn't really feel like Philly Day was amazing. I don't think I've actually seen Plague Dogs yet. I think I've seen bits of it. I don't remember how far I got through it or why I didn't watch the whole thing. And then there's like Fritz the Cat, which is just like a novelty, I guess, but it's not like anything. It's not good.
It's kind of just reflective of its times, so it's interesting to look at.
Yeah. That's the only reason to enjoy it, pretty much. But yeah, that again was just like, hey, we're an X-rated animated movie, haha, and that's it. And it's like, okay, well, are you gonna tell a good story? Nope. Okay.
Hey, Adam.
Like, I would
I-
want both.
Oh.
What's up?
Hey, Adam. I saw.
Mike's a little
I
quiet,
saw
by the way.
Martyrs. I saw Martyrs 2008
Nice.
this week. So, and now I'm scarred for life. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I did specifically say in the podcast
know.
that it's pretty fucked up.
I know.
so.
I
feel like I
knew I
adequately
could handle it,
warned
but I don't think my mother could handle movies,
Mhm.
especially like the last 30 minutes, which I'm not going to
Yeah.
at all.
It was cool. Very flawed, and obviously I'll talk about it more on the podcast coming up. But
Also, the ripoff of 28 Days Later theme.
oh yeah, very shameless
Yeah,
ripoff.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it because I've never seen 28 Days Later.
Mm. Yeah, just one of the songs near the end is like one of the biggest ripoffs ever. Which makes me wonder if the director was using temp music and then told the composer to just be like, make a song like that.
Oh, definitely.
Probably it.
Who knows? I mean, there could be instances of just hiring a composer who's like gonna rip off even if you don't tell him to. That could probably exist. Bird Boy. I'll definitely check this out.
I saw High Tension.
Boy.
Nice. What'd you think?
Up until the last 15 minutes, it was really great, and then the
Yeah.
last 15 minutes sort of ruined it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm still able to enjoy it independently of like the last 15 minutes, but it does. It makes the movie a lot worse. That's for sure. It does not make any sense.
No.
It makes zero
There's-
sense what they try to
yeah.
explain. It's pretty funny. I didn't know this movie Tag even existed. The hell is this supposed to be?
They advertise it as, hey, there's this thing that happens where all these friends play tag with each other,
Oh,
and it's gone for years. And that's
oh,
the movie.
that's a
Where
boring
pretty much
concept.
everyone tries to catch Hawkeye from the MCU. I'm not joking.
Wasn't it
Oh, that's
based on a like a Reddit comment?
oh.
They advertise it as based on a true story.
The son
there
of one
are
of the
people
main.
that-
Okay.
I watched like a stupid YouTube documentary. I don't know if it was Vice or something else, but it was like this little special feature or whatever about this group of friends that actually do play tag forever. It's like, haha, one of them hides in the other person's trunk, but it's like it's only applicable during like November or something. And I watched that and I was like, haha, that's cute. But it's like to make the whole movie about it, doesn't sound like you could possibly make something
It does
substantive.
sound like r/no sleep.
No.
I
The
do
son-
think I saw a Reddit comment about it though, like
The,
some guy
the
who
s-
actually did it with his friends.
Mm.
the son of the main character apparently wrote a review about it on Letterboxd, but it might be bullshit. I don't know.
Mm. Does anybody know if I could just create a Letterboxd account and instead of writing actual reviews, just copy and paste links to my videos? I think I would get banned. Because that's the only, like, people want me to get Letterboxd, but that's the only use I could possibly imagine for it, is just, like, linking to my YouTube channel. You know, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom review, just, like, copy paste, and that's it.
You could get people to transcribe.
Yeah, but given the vocabulary of my reviews, I don't think it would translate well to like an article. Because there's several points where like the visual accompaniment is necessary in what I'm saying, and also like I'm partially doing it in a comedic way. I'm not writing a poem, you know, which is what a lot of like text-based reviewers are essentially doing. Just writing poetry.
It's art.
Oh yeah, I'll be watching Searching. Yeah.
You're a film critic, not a poet. If you
Yeah,
get
I'm a YouTube-
if you get that reference, then I don't know. I feel like you should, but whatever.
Film
It's from the
critic,
piano teacher.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
very subtle.
pianist, not a poet.
Okay.
Also,
I'm a guy
I've been trying
who
to.
talks about movies on YouTube, not a poet.
Also, I've been trying to get in here for a while, and apparently Google says it's full when it's not. So GG to that.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
Weird.
disconnected for like a brief
Sorry.
moment because the internet here is acting up.
I apologize for Google.
That's fine. It's just
on
fucking
behalf of
Google.
Yeah, my internet was acting up before I came on here, and I'm like, oh, fuck no.
Is
No,
my
I'm not-
mic? Sorry.
Yeah, your mic's fine.
Okay.
My mic's good, right? As well.
Yeah, sounds fine.
Okay.
And by fine, you mean decent. For
Sometimes
me.
there's a little bit of like
Who's doing that?
Whoa.
Who's doing ASMR in the background?
I can see you doing it.
Yeah.
Trolling.
Okay, I won't do that.
Someone was saying something before that. All right.
A lot of us were speaking.
I did not see Pascal, however you pronounce his last name, his new movie Ghostland, but I know that's the actor. She's like suing him because they got her to do a stunt that fucked up her face, and now she has like a permanent scar.
I know that some people saw his film The Tall Man under the pretense it was a Slender Man movie. It wasn't.
Oh yeah, he did that, didn't he?
It looks
just
really
like
bad.
I don't know. He seems very much like a one-hit wonder kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know, man, I can't believe I rated Martyrs an 8. I should probably change it to a 7. I don't think it's that high. Yeah, a lot. There's so much about Martyrs where it's like a lot of it's really smart and a lot of it's really cool in how it's presented, but it's there's so much that's wrong about it and so much that doesn't make that much sense that it's like you have to assume that this was kind of like a fluke, you know? I don't know. I don't think he'll ever make a movie that good again.
It'll definitely be better than the remake.
Yeah, I saw I tried watching the remake. It literally was, I couldn't even get very far in it
I'm
at all.
never going to watch the remake in my life, ever.
I watched the remake to Cabin Fever on Netflix.
Oh.
It was
hold
so
on.
bad. I was so upset because it was literally they didn't add anything to it at all. They just had like worse actors saying basically the same lines.
Cabin Fever,
like worse score, worse shots. It's literally they just remade Cabin Fever, but it's like if somebody's high school project was remaking Cabin Fever, you know? Like there was no soul behind it.
I didn't even know there was a remake to Cabin Fever.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It was like 2015. It was so stupid.
What year's the original?
2002?
I picked up this recently, which is
2002.
fucking awesome, but I haven't yet to watch it.
The Sacrifice. Who's that
Yeah,
from again?
if you're gonna get this Region A Blu-ray because the Region B one apparently sucks.
The Sacrifice. Who directed that again?
Oh, Tarkovsky.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's why it's familiar.
Yeah, so get this Blu-ray if you're gonna get it, which you should because
So the mirror's not on Blu-ray.
all of them are on Blu-ray under Region B of like
Then I can
artificial
get a
light,
Region
but
B mirror Blu-ray then.
apparently a lot of the transfers suck. Like the transfers for Stalker on the Region B Blu-ray is fucking shit.
I got it on
But then-
Criterion. I just haven't.
But then the Criterion came out, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
And there's a Region B Criterion Stalker if you want that as well.
There's a Region B Criterion store now? Oh,
Yeah, there's Region B.
Okay. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, it's been for a while.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, I guess that solves everything.
It's a much smaller collection, obviously, because
Weird.
it's recent, but it's a thing. So cool.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Shit, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna watch this Incident in a Ghost Land. This looks so bad. I can't believe it.
Just the name of that, just the title alone makes me cringe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very upsetting when a director makes something cool and then never makes something cool ever again. But
Happens
it
a
happens.
lot.
They
Yeah.
used all their brain cells of one project.
Like Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Or
Unbreakable was great as well.
2.5.
I mean, I know some people like Signs, but
No.
There's things
it's
to
far
like
too,
about
it's
it.
far too stupid.
Yeah, there's still things to appreciate about it, though.
I will say I have never seen The Visit before your video, and I don't understand why people call it a return to form. That was
because people
awful.
are easily manipulated by fucking found footage. That's the only reason why.
It was even
Sorry,
good
I interrupted you.
found footage. The
think my
fucking
favorite
cameras
part
are
of-
too good.
Found footage.
I think my
Wait,
favorite part
did anyone see that video about found footage that some guy posted?
Yeah, I saw that. It wasn't very good.
No.
Oh.
No.
Was
If
it-
we're
Was that
talking
your
about
lo-
the same video, I guess.
I'm not sure.
Is that your longest YMS yet
No,
on the visit?
no. Well, not if you include like several parts, because like
After Earth was.
After Earth and Unfriended are like close to an hour if you count all the parts. Walking Dead's probably my longest one. That was over an hour.
Are you going to continue that? Or
My intention is to at
Is it
least
like
do
a
season
bit-
3 because I promised I would.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not going to start that right away. I'm going to do a different YMS review first.
Oh, cool.
Sure.
How long
Because
was
it's a very-
Frozen? Do you
It's a very
remember?
daunting project. Frozen was like 40 minutes. Frozen was only like 2 parts. I think it was actually maybe close to 50. It was like a almost 20 and then like 30-minute thing. I don't remember.
That may have been my favorite.
Awesome. I enjoyed making
I
that
think
one.
my favorite will always be Cool Cat.
Classic.
That's
Decide between Cool Cat and Unfriended. They're both really good.
Yeah, I'm actually
I highly-
surprised with how well my Unfriended one did. I think that's like it's like in my top 3 or 4 most viewed videos, actually.
There's so many good edits in that
Brain
one.
Well, it's about internet culture, so
Yeah.
It's made to be edited.
Yeah, exactly. I almost want to do like a trailer edit of the sequel. 'Cause it's so stupid.
Oh my
I'm just
god.
trying to figure out what I would
That
even.
looks hilarious.
I can't get over the fucking title.
Dude, this is Dark Web.
Dude, this,
Oh fuck!
This is Dark Web.
The intellectual
So bad.
Who's ready to see a bunch of teenagers get their life ruined by a internet?
It doesn't
cult?
even like so. This is It doesn't even seem like this one has anything to do with ghosts unless they pull the whole ghost thing at the end. Because it's like all of them when it shows them dying in this movie, it's just like some masked dudes show up behind them. Like, does anybody get possessed at any point? Like, there was a girl standing on top of a roof, but it's like I don't know. Does she have a gun pointed at her?
I posted this on RYMS, but they did put the trailer over one of these hangouts, and I thought it was really funny.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
The
saw
same
that.
hangout that we were trashing it on too.
Yeah.
Dude, this is Dark Web.
Not excited, but I'm kind of excited because I'll see this one in theaters. You know, I didn't see the first one in theaters. I was just like cringing at the thought of what the theater must have been like. But
Oh no.
You know what I
I think
love?
this one I will watch in theaters. Yeah.
The fucking they turned like the no icon thing on Skype red.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's here.
Wait, that actually happened in the trailer?
Yeah,
that was
they
dumb.
turned it red.
Oh my god, I don't even remember that.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I don't think
All I
they
remember
care.
is just like a bunch of no-face people showing up
Also-
on one Skype chat. First of all, there's no way they can help have that many people on one chat, right? Like the limit's 10, right?
I don't know. I don't. Well, no, because it's like I don't. The laptop is not there, so it's probably like a super hacker laptop.
And,
It's
yeah,
either like super hacker style laptop or it's a ghost.
But
And ghosts
correct
can
me
do anything.
It's
So.
God's laptop.
What?
Next to
if
everyone.
I'm wrong, but isn't Skype like not popular anymore?
Oh yeah, it's like they're
Yeah.
the fact that they're still using Skype and not like Discord or something else is just really funny.
Yeah.
What is the movie that I think Ralph reviewed called like #murder or something?
Hashtag
Oh,
horror.
Hashtag horror.
Hashtag
I didn't even know he
horror.
reviewed
Like
that. I watched it. It was
original
so bad.
movies.
Oh yeah.
That was garbage. That was terrible. Terrible.
I
Legitimately
think I just
terrible.
cracked up from the intro alone. It just it
Did he
it
review that
was so
recently?
funny.
It was The Covenant, I think, or something like that. He was reviewing a bunch of movies, and then he watched The Covenant.
Oh,
The Revenant. Or wait, no. Yeah, it's The Covenant. What's the Revenant?
Yeah.
What the fuck am I talking about?
Oh yeah,
That's
that teen vampire thing or whatever it is.
no, I don't know.
Yeah,
It was about witches or something. It was edgy Harry
Yeah.
Potter.
Oh yeah.
Anal
yeah.
cunt.
Yeah, he
Mm.
plays anal cunt.
Yeah, Unfriended is from Blumhouse, and that's why I don't even have to question whether or not it'll be in theaters. Of course it will. You can sell anything.
And you said
know?
for some reason Whiplash
had-
was as well.
It's had such a high rate of success that it's like any other studio. It's like Unfriended sequel. Well, that looks dumb. It might be direct to DVD, but Blumhouse, I'm like, yeah, this will make it into theaters. It'll probably do decent. It'll probably make its money back really easily.
I mean, the original one made like good money.
A
didn't
shit
it?
ton of money. This one doesn't even have to make that much money for it to be a success because all of his movies are just super low budget. Probably I want to check out the budget on Unfriended 2.
Well, for Unfriended 1, they got like 30. They got their budget times 32 back.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no information on the budget yet.
And that's just for America. Worldwide, it got 64 million.
For shame.
Oh yeah.
The original budget of the first movie was estimated at $1 million.
Wait, why is it?
Wow, are you serious?
But yeah, that's what it says. Unfriended 1, $1 million.
Just a minute. Regarding Unfriended
cheap.
1, I went to the Box Office Mojo on Unfriended 1, and the link lists it as cybernatural.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's a funny genre.
Is that like the original fucking title or something?
I identify as a cybernatural.
Maybe.
The fact we now
I
have to
thought you were
say
talking about like genre.
I can't decide which one is dumber, Unfriended or Cybernatural.
the fact we now
How
have
about
to
cyber-
say
Not
one after like Unfriended 1 is just
Yeah,
Yeah.
kill me, please.
To respond to the comment in chat, I don't plan to make YMS reviews for films that I haven't seen, so I'd have to watch it first.
yeah.
yeah.
I think that would go without saying.
Ralph apparently does that thing though. He was talking to me on the podcast saying like, yeah, like for The Mummy and a couple other ones, he's like he just out of, I guess, I don't know, like discipline experiment. He was saying that he decides to review movies before he's seen them sometimes and just sees what he can do with them. I'm like, that's interesting, but that's not something I could do.
Sure.
I'd have to watch a movie first. Like, obviously, you can tell The Mummy's a piece of shit before it's out. Like, that's guaranteed. But
I think he did
Rest
that.
in peace, the Dark Universe.
hilarious.
Killed it in the crib. as
The
they
dank
say.
universe. It was too dank. It was too dank to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he like did that for Chips too.
So
Oh, did he?
He seemed to imply it in his Chips review anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's tons of movies where you can like tell they're just gonna be gigantic pieces of shit before you even see them anyway. So
I think he was under the impression it was going to be like at least so bad it was funny.
yeah, that's never a safe bet to make. That's a lot of movies that I am seeing. You know, just like hoping that it's so bad it's funny. The Visit was a movie that I was hoping would be so bad it's funny, and then it just turned out to be like cringe rap. You know,
yeah.
that was upsetting.
I saw Hereditary and
Nice.
I have to
You going
I-
against the grain?
I didn't like it's well shot and
Oh, yeah.
and the lead, I don't know her name, she's
Collette.
great in it, but I honestly found it a little bit boring.
Mhm.
Like
That's
I mean, I don't know, like I couldn't take
No
the ending
spoilers,
seriously.
but you know.
Yeah, no spoilers. I couldn't take the ending seriously, and like I don't know.
That's understandable. The ending was a little goofy, and also like the middle chunk of the movie was a little uninvolving, but I still think it's pretty good overall.
Sure.
I still have yet to see Hereditary.
I would recommend it. I would watch it again.
Like I mean, I didn't find it scary at all, but that's fine
Yeah, me
because
too.
like I didn't particularly find It Comes at Night that scary, but It Comes at Night succeeded on an
Yeah, it was a
emotional level.
great drama.
It was emotionally intense, but I just
Yeah.
didn't get that from Hereditary, to be honest.
I got that from Hereditary at specific scenes. I can't say like throughout the
Sure,
movie. Like, it's
yeah.
not- I wouldn't call it as good as it Comes at Night for sure.
No.
I just realized I don't know if I've ever seen a movie that scared me. Gotta be out.
I have for sure.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything.
There's things that scare me. I remember being like fucking terrified at the end of Audition when I saw it. I was younger, but still, like that, the way that was edited and presented was just like very terrifying to me.
Yeah.
There's not that many
What-
movies that I would say that though.
Like what? Like how about when you're like a little kid? Because
Well, I made a whole series about that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
those
Not
things
you
that scared me when I
specifically,
was a little
Adam.
kid that weren't even supposed to be scary. I had more. I had many more irrational fears when I was younger.
I saw Rosemary's Baby for the first time not
Nice.
too long ago, and even
like to
though
watch
like I'm not going to spoil anything, but even though like the ending could be considered fairly tame by today's standard, I like that really disturbed me. Like I don't know,
It is a
like it
pretty
really
disturbing
got
ending.
to me. It
Yeah.
really got under my skin. It's a
Her
fantastic
reaction's
film.
pretty fucked up.
Yeah. The same scene and concept under a different director could just be really lame.
Yeah.
But it's just how it's presented that sells it, I think. So.
Yeah. Great film.
Mm-hmm. Fucking Polanski.
Yeah.
He's still making movies, right? Is he still making movies? Let's see.
A new movie of his just came out. It's in cinemas
Yeah.
now, I think.
The cinemas now?
Here in Spain it is.
Oh, really?
Based on a true story, I think it's called.
Okay,
I don't know.
interesting. Yeah, he's still a great director. I don't know. Should he serve jail time?
No, he
He's
didn't.
past
That's why he
his-
fled.
He's past his prime though, but yeah.
Well, of
Carnage
course.
was great.
What's that?
Carnage was really good.
I liked
I-
Carnage. I didn't think it was amazing, but I liked it for sure.
Need to see it. I need to see Chinatown. I still haven't seen that.
Yeah,
It's
me
really-
too. That's on my list of things that I've been meaning to see for
Yeah.
fucking forever and just haven't yet.
I just know the sister-daughter scene.
In what?
Oh well, don't say. I don't know anything
Yeah,
about
don't.
it. So
Yeah,
I don't
don't.
say anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm assuming you were talking about Chinatown, so yeah,
Yeah.
just
I don't know anything about it. I just know that Jack Nicholson's in it, and that it's directed by Roman Polanski, and it's one of his better ones apparently.
And Jack Nicholson directed a sequel to it.
Did he?
A
Oh,
Tale
no.
of Two Jakes.
What? The Two Jakes?
A Tale of Two Jakes, I think.
There's
I
a
think
movie
he's
called
trolling.
The Two Jakes. Yeah, it's just called The Two Jakes. I had no
Oh.
fucking idea. That's hilarious.
I think of the Garfield movie then. Sorry.
Sorry?
The Tale of
With
Two
the title.
Kitties.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
thinking of A Tale of Two Kitties.
Now that's a classic.
Wow, that was
Oh,
the last
yeah.
movie that Jack Nicholson ever directed. He gave up in 1990. He directed 4 movies.
Oh, really?
I had no
Well,
idea he even
Wait,
directed one.
Wait, but
3
we're talking
movies
about
and then
the
1
Jack
day on
Nicholson.
one movie, apparently.
One from The Shining.
Sorry, what?
Wait, are we talking about the Jack Nicholson from The Shining?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson. The
Oh,
only
wow.
Jack Nicholson that matters.
Oh wow.
I
I did
don't
not
know.
know
Who
you.
else is named Jack Nicholson that did anything with their lives?
I
Bam.
didn't know he directed 4 movies. So
I didn't
Yeah.
know he directed one.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah, I had no
bad,
idea. Apparently he gave up. There's a lot of actors that think they can direct and then just make really shitty movies. So,
Like Angelina Jolie.
yep. And Philip Seymour Hoffman
James
didn't
Franco
direct
still
anything good
has
when he was
the
directing.
engine. And
Her new movie is so embarrassing. It's really bad. It's nauseating.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie can't direct very well. There's tons of those. Fucking James Franco has made like 800 movies and they're all shit except one that's not completely shit.
Is that who it is? Or is it
Yeah.
something else? Yeah.
That's the one that's just not completely shit. But yeah, like everything else he's made is just so fucking bad looking.
Did you ever see Ryan Gosling's movie?
Which one? Did he only
Lost
make one?
River.
Yeah, I tried watching it. It wasn't very good.
No.
It was like him trying to be Refn and that's it.
Yeah.
Just not
He
doing
used
as good
to-
of a job and thinking like I can make a winding Refn movie too. But
He used a
can't.
bunch of Johnny Jewel music too, even that.
Yeah, it was so derivative that it was just not enjoyable, and also there was nothing that it offered. So, yeah,
Have you-
Paul Dano made a movie apparently.
That doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. You guys already know I didn't really love A Quiet Place. I thought it was kind of bad.
Yeah.
But the
Actually,
directing in it isn't that bad. And so, like, if we're talking about actors turned directors, Jim from The Office is actually not that bad.
What the?
He's probably
Okay.
one of the better actors turned directors.
Yeah, I was like,
Considering he also acted in it.
I was Googling actors that direct, and I came across Mel Gibson's IMDb.
Oh yeah.
There's a Passion of the Christ sequel.
Oh.
What?
Apparently, in
Oh yeah, I think I've heard about this.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh.
I haven't seen the first one since I was like a kid, so
from what I've seen, it's not.
I've seen it.
yeah, I don't remember. Hacksaw Ridge, hilarious.
Pretty polarizing film.
Apocalypto was pretty good.
You know.
Wow. Passion of the Christ. I love how it's like a
I have a
rated R
question.
movie, but like every American parent was fine taking their kids to it. Like normal violence, that's bad, but this is Bible violence, so it's like okay. You need to be scared into the Jesus shit.
I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
What is your favorite stop motion movie? Like, yeah, stop motion.
Anomalisa.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah, one of the two.
I haven't.
I mean, Anomalisa, I obviously rated higher on IMDb than Fantastic Mr. Fox, but
I still need to
favorite
watch.
doesn't necessarily mean like best, in my opinion.
They're rated the same on IMDb.
I guess I'd have to say
Apparently.
Isle of Dogs.
Yeah.
I liked it more.
I have to say my default right now is Isle of the Dogs as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stop motion.
I might go with Coraline.
That one's pretty good.
Mm.
I wouldn't say I like the animation a lot in that movie. I would definitely say that. I wouldn't say it's as good as personally as the other ones that were mentioned. But
Have you?
Or even as good as Nightmare Before Christmas.
oh, that's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
one. I like
That is
That's also.
Oh, I forgot that was stop motion. Oh my god.
that was like one of the first big stop motion movies ever. Right? Like what was before that was like a big stop motion movie, as in like successful?
I
It still
think
really holds up.
the same director, James and the Giant Peach, was mostly stop motion. I don't know, I've never seen it.
I think like
yes.
Oh.
I think
Interesting.
most of the fucking songs in Nightmare Before Christmas have gotten stuck in my head before.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
So it has that.
Danny Elfman, right? I think that's who did it.
Have you? You were talking about Watership Down earlier. Have you seen The Secret of Nimh yet?
Not yet.
Ooh.
Okay.
But that's not on Criterion, bitch.
It should be. It should be. It should
it?
be. Yeah, it should.
I really liked it when I was a kid, but I noticed maybe it's just a nitpick, but there was like a plot hole that bugged me when I saw it as an adult.
Maybe,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, most
That
older
animals
animated
talk?
movies, especially, are gonna have like fucking. Even Watership Down has just a bunch of stupid shit in it too.
It just kind of like shoots the premise right in the foot, though. I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I would say the achievements definitely outweigh whatever flaws it might have. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike most Don Bluth films.
yeah, it's by far his best film.
Yeah.
Like without a doubt.
Fuck, I watched The Pebble and the Penguin.
I loved that as a kid. I fucking loved
it
that
as
film as a
well.
kid.
I know I watched it a lot as a kid, and then I revisited it as an adult within the past year, and it's like I don't know what you remember watching from the movie as a kid, but like before going into the movie, I'm like, man, I know I've seen this movie. I know I watched it like 800 times when I was a kid, but I only remember like the sequence where they're like across the musical notes on the screen, and like the angry guy on the beach, the angry penguin, and like just a few select things from the movie. And then I watched it as an adult, and I'm like, okay, I can totally fucking understand why I only remember so little, because most of the movie is just boring as shit. Most of the movie, like, nothing happens, and there's like a few scenes where it's like, oh yeah, I remember this part, but then like, wow, holy crap, most of the movie's boring. And then it's really the animation is so fucked up. They have teeth. They have teeth throughout the penguins have teeth.
What?
And it's the weirdest fucking thing in the world. Look up a still from the movie. Like they smile with teeth underneath their beaks. It's disturbing.
What is this again?
The Pebble and the Penguin by Don Bluth.
I mean, when I was a kid, I thought that Son of the Mask was great.
You were a kid.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I liked Son of the Mask.
Fuck, when I was a kid, have you seen Troll in Central Park by Don Bluth?
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
I love that.
I remember
I could
that.
watch that again as an adult just to try to understand it, I guess. But
It's such a
Fuck me.
weird movie.
But yeah, Secret of Nim is great.
And when I was a
that's
kid, I also
pretty much
watched the fucking live action Cat in the Hat. And now
Oh yeah.
and,
Oh my god, I remember that when I was
just like, what
really
the
small.
fuck was I thinking?
doesn't that
Same
film
here.
doesn't that film have like a really great cinematographer behind it that did like some really really good films?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
I can't remember his
Yeah.
name, but he has a really it's
I
so
remember
weird.
that as well.
The
So
set,
fucking weird.
the props and the costumes were good. Even if some of them were like a little too bright.
Hmm.
But oh my god, whoever did Mike Myers' fucking makeup.
There's
Jeez.
some just uncanny valley shit, you know. It's so fucking weird.
I looked up the pebble, the pebble and the penguin, and there weren't any things with the penguin's teeth. I did find one though, but that was on DeviantArt, which just makes me wonder. Like,
Hmm.
there's fan art for the pebble and the penguin.
Of course there is. There's
Yeah,
fan art for everything.
Crazy shit.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah.
their teeth are really fucked up. Yeah. There's few things you could find that exist that don't have fan art.
the
I would
original
argue.
the original Land Before Time is pretty good in my opinion.
No, I watched that again as an adult.
It's
I
And
think
it
it's
was like
alright.
the first like 15 minutes are awesome, and then it turns into a movie made for toddlers, and I just can't get into it anymore. It's like the first sequence of the movie is just great and emotional, and like the music's really good, and the way it's shot, and
barely
it feels like there's consequences to things happening, and then it's just like then it's just a bunch of stupid toddlers making annoying noises for most of the movie, and it's like, oh, I'm supposed to laugh.
When I was a child, I think I saw the first Land Before Time once. The most I remember are the fucking sequels.
Oh yeah, because there were like
Oh yeah.
8 billion sequels.
Yeah.
I remember, there was one
having
with
the
the
third
one-
one
I
on
think-
VHS.
There was
I
like
think the one sequel I
gang of dinosaur hoodlums or something.
Yeah, that was the third one. Littlefoot got bullied.
Yeah, that was so. Oh my
The
god! I
cat
just remembered that.
I remember the one that I
No wonder Elliot Rodgers loved those so much.
Oh, that's funny.
Also, I
remember-
remember fucking American Tail Feifel Goes West more than the original.
Hmm. Yeah, I couldn't even tell. I think I probably watched that one more too. I don't remember which one I had. It's like when you're limited to just which VHS tapes your parents buy you, and then it's like, okay, these are the movies I'm gonna watch forever.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of weird shit on VHS.
Yeah. I had like one Pokemon VHS of like the show, and it had 3 episodes on it, and so I would see those 3 episodes like a billion times, and not the rest of the show. I would keep every time I was at the store and I saw a new Pokemon VHS, I'm like, Mom, I don't have that one. She's like, oh, you have the other one. I'm like, ah. So I just watched the same Pokemon over and
Great
over,
reason.
unless it was like live on TV.
Great reasoning.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like it's her money, I guess.
3 episodes of Fairly Odd Parents and SpongeBob SquarePants on GBA video.
Oh yeah, that's
Great
the thing.
times.
Yeah, boy.
Man, classic SpongeBob is so good, then it just kind of turned to shit.
That's most things.
Fairly
Very
Odd
good.
Parents is the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently I noticed that Butch Hartman released a video trying
Oh
to
yeah, I
define
saw
the
that.
character.
Oh no, yeah, it's
I didn't watch
Well-
it because I don't care about it at all. Like I'm
It's
not
not
even
gonna
that
succeed.
familiar with the show.
It's
I've
another
just
one
seen
of those
episodes, and that's it.
services for children kind of deals.
yeah,
Yeah.
Critical did a video on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wow. I had no idea. I know that a few people have done videos on it. I didn't know Critical.
I'm
It's
Something
not
I'm
going to
indifferent
succeed.
on
about until very recently is that there were live action Fairly Odd Parents movies.
What?
Oh, are you serious? Oh,
Yeah,
you're like
they-
I saw that on fucking.
I actually saw the
Yeah.
first one
That
when it
sounds
premiered
scary.
back when I was like
Oh,
10
I watched
years
the
old.
first one so much when I was a kid.
There's more
Over
than
and over and
Yeah.
over.
I saw Quentin Reviews review it. I'm like, wait, this is a fucking thing?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
that's
I
when
am
your
excited
childhood
for Red
died,
Dead 2.
wasn't it?
Excited for what?
Red Dead 2. Somebody asked in chat.
Okay.
But I just like Red Dead is like probably my favorite Rockstar game.
So right.
Oh, you don't like LA Noire that much?
Nope.
I have
No, I
never
don't.
played Red Dead. I wish it would come to PC, but it's never going to.
Can you think of a game that is well written as Rockstar games?
But I don't think every Rockstar game is well written.
True.
There are plenty of well.
I know that.
I don't know. Like, it depends what you want out of writing, because
Silent Hill 2.
There's like Rockstar is good at like characters, I think. Like they create interesting characters to follow, but I don't know. Like if we're talking about like cinematic storytelling, then there's other games that I don't know. Like The Last of Us, there's parts of it that don't make sense, but I think that it's one of the best games for cinematic storytelling in terms of like how it's presented and how things happen. You know,
If you want a
depends how you
good
define writing.
If you want a good story in games, just play the first 3 Silent Hills.
Just play the David Cage games.
Yeah.
I don't think the story Silent Hill. I love Silent Hill.
Silent Hill 2 has a
I don't know.
great story. I think.
Kind
You can
of.
have it in
It
PS1.
depends what you mean by story. You know.
I think the monster designs and the fact that it ties into the human psyche is
No, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
There's some cool little extra tidbits and
Just like the
things to
base story of
appreciate,
it, and like just the base story with the characters and why everyone's there and what it means. It's just really well told.
You know what Rockstar game has the greatest story?
GTA
Despacito 2.
LA Noire.
I'd say GTA 4.
I can understand that.
Doesn't GTA 4 take itself really seriously? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's part of people's problems with GTA.
A little bit too seriously. Is the
GTA 4 has like really bad tonal inconsistencies. It'll go from really silly to really serious in like a nanosecond.
Vice City
GTA
is a
5
lot of
was like
fun.
the first GTA game that I actually played and didn't just get bored with after like a day. GTA 5
That's
was like the
interesting.
first one that I could
GTA 5 is
actually play through.
That's
I
not my
grew up-
experience.
I grew up on
But-
Vice City myself.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Yeah, I had friends that played those games. I just never really got into them until
I did not have M-rated games as a child.
I wasn't allowed to touch M-rated games until I was at least 12 or 13 years old.
I think my first M-rated game must have been Halo.
Oh yeah, actually, my first M-rated game that I remember playing that I was allowed to play was Halo 2.
Mine was the first Assassin's Creed.
Without actually knowing like pretty much anything about the Halo games, what I remember you saying something that like Halo 2 like onwards wasn't like as good as the first one. Like from
Yeah,
like
that's what I would say. I would say.
oh,
that
okay.
Halo
Like any
was-
reason? Like I mean obviously
plenty of fucking reasons. Are you like how familiar are you with the game?
I'm not. That's why I'm asking because
like-
from what I can
I
tell,
was-
like Halo 2 tends to be more liked than the first one.
Oh
in
yeah,
general,
because
so I just-
people remember the games for the multiplayer experience. And Halo 2 and 3, all of their efforts were on the multiplayer experience,
Oh,
and barely any of it was on like the campaign and the story. And so I'm the type of person that when I want something out of a game, especially Halo, like it's the campaign, not necessarily like the multiplayer, right? And
Yeah,
like
I'll-
multiplayer is
yeah,
fun,
same.
and I enjoyed like Halo Infinite, but like Halo 1 wouldn't be my favorite game ever if the campaign sucked, you know, and it was just like a fun multiplayer.
I'm
I
also
like
one
the
of those
story in
people.
the first game. I like the music in the first game, and like the music has been pretty consistently great throughout the series. But like the story just goes like as soon as Halo 2 happens. Not just the story, but like in the campaign, it doesn't play as well. Like I would argue
That's
like
strange.
in the multiplayer. Like it doesn't play. They got rid of very important things that made the first game special. They got rid of the assault rifle, which is like every cutscene, every poster, Master Chief was carrying the assault rifle. They got rid of that, replaced it with like dual wielding SMGs, which they thought that dual wielding would look really cool, so that became a major aspect of the Halo games from Halo 2 and Halo 3.
Try dual wielding guns in real life. Have fun with that.
Stupid. It's like whatever. And then like the way that every weapon functioned, they're like, oh man, the pistol's too powerful, gotta tone it back. The needler's too powerful, gotta tone it back. The rocket launcher's too powerful, gotta tone it back. Until it's just like, well, yeah, they were powerful. That's why it mattered when you picked them up on the map. That's why you put them in spots where people would try and go for them. Like it made it exciting. And then I would say like even the multiplayer was like less exciting. The fact that they had Xbox Live made it like revolutionary, obviously. And so people who were looking for like an online gaming experience, and that being a relatively new thing, obviously, there's things to appreciate about the game, but like the story of the campaign sucked. The grunts' voices started sucking, like just little things like that, like they started getting more annoying. And like,
doesn't it have like a song in it? You said something about it, like it had a song.
Oh yeah, they had "Blow Me Away" by Breaking Benjamin, which was like just very clearly like a licensed song to promote Interscope Records or whoever distributed it. And that didn't fit at all in the game, and that just happened in the middle of the game. The game was unfinished too. Like the reason why at the end of the game it feels like there's still more and then it just ends is because they released the game unfinished, because Microsoft was like, no, you have to get this out, even though they needed more time to work on it. So they literally cut several levels from the campaign that were supposed to take place after that level. There were so many concepts that they had to cut too. All right, well, thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Bye.
There were several concepts that they cut from the game. There were like, I was a person who was like obviously very active in the Halo nerd community, I guess, like between the first game and the second game. And there were so many magazines and articles that came out of explaining what was going to be in the game. And like 90% of the cool shit that was supposed to be in it was just not in it. They were supposed to have like different warthogs for different terrains and shit. Like even in the E3 demo, there were things in it that just never wound up in the actual finished game. And it was just like they released something unfinished. And like if you're playing it on the original Xbox too, when you're doing co-op split screen on your console, there's this stupid fucking glitch that happens where part of like a single frame from the level, like imagine right now, like the position that I'm in on your screen just stays there, but the rest of my but I still continue moving, but there's like this ghost frame that literally just stays there the entire time. That happens when you're playing the game Halo 2 on co-op in the campaign. And that was just a consistent glitch that happened like all the fucking time on certain levels, where like it takes up so much of your screen that you like can't see and you can't shoot the enemies anymore. That was stupid. There's tons of pop-ins. So like even in cutscenes when it's cutting to a new shot, most of the game just like doesn't load in right away. So it's like new shot, and it's like you can it's like less detailed textures, and then they just pop in. It's like, oh, okay, it loaded. But it's like as much as most of that's fixed by just playing it on like a 360 or an Xbone, because those are more powerful machines than the original Xbox. That's how it launched. It was on the original Xbox, and it stayed that way throughout the entire experience of it being on the original Xbox. And so I don't understand how people can look at Halo 2 and not consider it to be like a broken, unfinished game just because the multiplayer was really fun. Like, I don't know what you're looking for.
You think people are just being dishonest then?
I think people are being nostalgic, and they don't look for the same things that I would look for. I think that there's tons of people that really enjoyed the campaign in Halo 2 because it brought things like, oh, I can use the energy sword now, or I'm playing as an elite now, or things like that. Like, there's things that they added that I could see a lot of people really enjoying, but personally, they fucked up so much. and not just it being unfinished, but like, you know, things like getting rid of the assault rifle and there's oh yeah, they also made it impossible to like drive vehicles into each other without them exploding, which was so bad because like one of my favorite things to do in multiplayer on the first game was like get some friends, we have some warthogs, and we just like launch them off each other and see how fucking high we can launch ourselves out of the map or whatever, like doing tricks and shit. Like you pick up a energy shield at like the last second before you do it, and then you're invincible for a split second, and so you're able to like break the game and like launch yourself out of the map. I can understand why they wouldn't want you to like launch yourself out of the map, but they made it so that if you crash vehicles into each other, instead of one launching, one of them just like explodes, like they take damage and you can't remove that. And so like every fucking thing that they changed about the game was, well, not everything, but so many things were just for the worse, to the point where in Halo 3 they were basically undoing a lot of the changes that they made. They were like, okay, yeah, we did remove this, so we're bringing it back. We're bringing back the assault rifle. We're allowing you to have an option in multiplayer as to whether or not your vehicles will explode when you damage them. Blah blah blah. But they still kept a lot of the stupid shit like dual wielding.
And
you know,
if
like,
they
the
had changed
multiplayer was
the
fun, but that's it. Sorry, go on.
Oh, you're fine. If they had changed the vehicles running into each other and launching just to stop you from getting out of the map, if I remember in Halo 2, there was a lot of glitches in that to get out of maps in multiplayer and just break that.
Of course. I mean, yeah, they wouldn't.
So that
solve
wouldn't have
anything.
worked.
Yeah, there's tons of ways you can break the games.
The only Halo I really played extensively was the third one.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Reach just because that was the most recent thing when I finally got an Xbox.
Reach multiplayer was super fun because it had that headhunter mode or whatever it was called. That game type where it was like you kill a player and like
their
a skull pops out of their head. The more players that die, the more skulls are on the map. If somebody collects like 5 skulls or whatever, and you kill them, then you get 6 skulls because they dropped 5 and there's their skull right there. And then it's like the first player to like 15 skulls wins. And the closer you get towards achieving your goal, then it's like you have this nav point pointed on you of like, this is the player in the lead, everybody kill this person. I loved that game type. I wish they would bring it back. That was one of my favorite multiplayer game types ever because like in that sense, not only was it just super fun because like, okay, not like you could be a shitty player and still win that just by being lucky and running across like a bunch of skulls near the end of the game because there was some bloodbath in a room and you just happened to be around. And then like even if you're a skilled player with everybody else trying to kill you at once because you're in the lead, that makes it really easy for you to fuck up and it makes it really challenging and fun. I loved that game type. I wish that was back.
I probably should have played more of that game.
Oh man, I don't know. Halo Reach multiplayer might still be a thing. I could probably.
Technically, it is, but I don't think there's a whole lot of people on there now.
Yeah, maybe just hackers.
Yeah, I played 3 Reach and the OT something.
ODST.
Yeah, that. I barely remember that. It was pretty
I think I've
forgettable.
only played like 30 minutes of that and just dropped it.
Yeah.
Have you any interest in the new one? Like, from what you know about it, that is.
Well, what does anybody know about it? Like, they have the old Halo 2 helmet, and they copied and pasted the soundtrack from the Halo 3 launch trailer. It wasn't even like a rendition. They literally just copied and pasted it. I don't even think Martin O'Donnell's even working with them anymore.
Give a shit about that trailer.
Yeah, I don't even like why did that trailer make anybody excited? They didn't show anything.
Because Halo.
They showed the title. It's Halo Infinite. You know what'd be really fucking funny is if like think about it. You've got the old helmet, you've got the Halo 2 helmet, the Halo 3 soundtrack, literally copied and pasted. It's called Halo Infinite. Wouldn't it be really fucking funny if it was another MCC? Wouldn't it be really funny if it was just another collection? That would be hilarious. Because if they
I think
release,
they've confirmed it's the next one, but that would be funny.
what
People
if,
would buy
what
it.
if it was both? What if they released the next Halo game plus all the previous games in a collection that was basically MCC, but they said, we promise it's not broken this time? I would fucking buy it, even if the new game is shitty. I would actually buy that.
Shock, and then Shocker.
Yeah.
You
I
have
would
to
buy it if
That'd
it
be
wasn't
cool.
broken.
individually.
If they want my money, then sell that. You know, give me all the games in one collection and say, we promise it's not broken this time, and I'll buy it.
Or just fix the Master Chief Collection.
I don't know what the fuck they did.
They rushed it.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with Halo 2, basically.
Exactly. They do it like, and there's so much money behind it, and Microsoft just pressures them to get something out on time rather than having it be finished. It's like, that's so stupid. It just kills the industry, you know.
When you finished the new God of War, did you say you were gonna go back and do the originals, or I think just
Not
mentioned something like that?
immediately.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean,
God of
I
War
already
2
played
is
one.
fantastic.
I don't know if I'd want to do that again just for it being part of the stream, but I could start with 2.
Yeah, 2 is really good.
Windows profile.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
What?
Windows profile? What?
I leaned on something on my keyboard.
Oh, that's what
Oh.
noise your computer
weird.
makes?
If I accidentally press it's a Rawcat keyboard. I don't know what those do.
What the fuck is
but
that?
It says T1,
Do it again.
T2, and T3, and it does things.
Do it again.
Oh, hold on. It's not going. Fuck.
Okay.
Oh no!
What
What the fuck is happening?
I'm sorry.
You killed it.
Adam, you did this.
Rest in peace.
Oops.
Not fucking
Now
touch
you.
this again. I don't know what I need to do.
Oops! Now you activated Skynet. Congratulations.
Sorry. Your computer is destroyed. Rest in spaghetti, never forgetty.
Speaking of Skynet, what do you think of Terminator 1 and 2? Because those are
I would
the
have to
only
watch
ones.
them again.
Those are the only ones
I
worth
remember
caring
even when I was younger, I think probably the most recent time I saw them was when I was like 15 or 16 or something. But even then, I mean, there was still a bunch of cheesiness to them. I am excited to watch them again as an adult, though, because I feel like I would have more of an appreciation for the practical effects. Although the fake eye thing, I remember looking kind of fake. It was good CG for its time in T2, but it probably looks really shitty right now.
No, the T2 CG still looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I would say it holds up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to watch them again.
Yeah, like the first 2 are the only ones worth caring about. It's the same with Alien, really.
I would want to. I haven't seen the director's cut of Alien 3. I would
It's decent.
I haven't seen it either, but I've heard good things.
Oh. Well, then how do you know that the first 2
Oh,
are the
yeah,
only
okay then. Alright.
I am seeing directors.
time-
I don't really.
The first time I ever watched the first Alien, there was like a feature that let me have text pop up on scenes that were removed from the theatrical release.
Interesting.
That was interesting, since that text came up on a lot of important scenes.
In the Sunshine Blu-ray, they had a picture-in-picture video director's commentary that popped up in the little side of your screen, and it would, like, the directors would just pop up in the bottom corner, and you actually couldn't turn it off to watch the real movie. And so I got issued a free replacement because there was an entire run of Sunshine Blu-rays that were defective. So I have both now, and I keep the other one as a collector's item.
Oh,
cool.
Effective.
Interesting.
Yeah. You literally
Do
just
you
couldn't
have it
turn
on
off
your
the
shelf behind you right now?
video commentary. Sorry?
Yep. Do you have it on the shelf behind you right now?
No, I have it in my closet because the
Oh,
shelf
okay.
is what I use for movies that I can actually watch.
Oh.
And I
That
wouldn't
would
want to
make
confuse
sense.
the two. if I want to put it into my Blu-ray.
It's a collector's item, so of course I keep it in my closet.
This is,
Do you have any Blu-rays to unbox?
There's this weird defect on the Crank DVD that I also this is kind of a collector's, but it's the movie plays fine, so it's on the shelf. But on the back of the cover, it's like Crank. Let's see. Crank rocks and rocks profoundly, but I guess they got the wrong name. So it's like there's actually a sticker for the quote that you can peel off, and underneath you can see it's like an entirely different person's name underneath.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I can't see it. Oh wait.
It's got
Oh
a
sure.
story right now.
Yeah.
Another name.
So I can't see it.
It doesn't matter if you can read their name or not. You're just supposed to notice that there's a sticker on it that's covering up someone's name, which I just find funny that they released a bunch of DVDs like that.
Back when I actually liked Spoonie, there was like this fucking
what are you doing?
movie, and on the back they mixed up Checky Cario and Jurgen Prochnow. They put the fucking wrong name under the wrong actor.
Nice.
They do that shit on posters all the time, and it's just fucking
Because of billing.
stupid.
It's first billing, that's why it happens.
Yeah, it doesn't look right though, but whatever.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Also, that movie replaced Mark Hamill with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, the billing, whoever decides like what's being first billed on a movie is a completely different department than the designers of the poster, and that's why it happens. It's because like the name being first is something that is like actively argued for by the actor's agents. So it's like, oh yeah, you're the most popular actor, your name goes first, sort of thing. And that often just doesn't match up with how the poster is designed, which I just find funny. Because you'd think, like, I don't know.
McConnell made a really great video.
If I was in control of shit, I would just I would try to design my poster in a way that matches up with the billing of the actors, because that would be cool, right? Why not?
Yeah.
Maybe
no
Michael.
Not to do
Maybe
it.
Michael Haneke has done it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
I'm not gonna look for it right now. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of what scenario that would be. He has a lot of control. We know that much. Yeah, see, this one it's a non-issue because the billing is like it's not associated directly with where the actor is.
Not even the Criterion Blu-ray, for shame.
Well,
and I know why it
Criterion
isn't.
Blu-ray is over there, and I don't want to get up to grab it.
And plus, it doesn't have the names on the front cover. So
yeah, I was kind of hoping that it's a good poster, but I was kind of hoping for a new poster design on the Criterion Blu-ray for The Piano Teacher. They do that with so many movies.
Yeah.
But instead, they just used the same poster again, and it was really weird.
And it's really strange because they get some of the best artists to do their own custom poster art, and then they'll just use images that everybody knows for other ones. Like they did the exact same thing with The Breakfast Club recently.
Yeah, So far, there's been 2 Hanukkah Blu-rays.
Yep.
And both of them have, I guess, their own issues. That one being the poster for that, and then
which is what I own here, the
Unknown
defective
Blu-ray.
one.
When the Code Unknown Blu-ray got released, its first run, which I obviously had because I pre-ordered it, there were missing frames.
Yeah.
And then they had to reissue another. They had to send replacements for those, which is a little annoying, but whatever.
I have a rare thing, maybe. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's it is funny because it's rare and it's collectible, but it's who's collecting that shit? It's not
Nobody.
Gonna be able to sell somebody defective Blu-rays because there's so many movies that exist. It's if there's gonna be a defective movie that someone's gonna want their hands on, it's gonna be like a Marvel movie. You know, it's gonna be like a nerd movie. It's gonna be like Star Wars. It's not gonna be for the piano teacher.
They should really release some of his older films, because the ones that are like harder to get on Blu-ray, or like the ones
What's
that
hard
are,
to get on Blu-ray at this point?
his films.
All of his films are on Blu-ray.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were talking about this before, like how so like there's that box set.
Yeah.
With like some that are only available in the box set.
Exactly, but there's still you can still get them.
Which I got without getting the box set.
No.
So it's like I'm not gonna buy the box set just to
Well,
get.
that's.
Like,
I mean, it is available.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just I bought the box set. Was like, fuck it. I have the box set. Some of them don't have English subtitles, but the ones that don't have English subtitles all have other releases that do. So
Blu-ray releases?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Now that the piano teacher's out, because before the only Blu-ray that existed for the piano teacher was in the box set and it didn't have English subtitles for some reason, which is so stupid. Because you can literally just rip the movie on the Blu-ray and then rip the subtitles from the DVD that already exists and then just combine them together. It's like you're just making me go through extra efforts just to watch this movie in HD, you know?
Yeah.
It's annoying, but whatever. I have all of his films on Blu-ray. I can't think of a single one. Even that stupid. I haven't actually watched it yet. He directed like
an opera.
Yeah, he directed an opera, and it got released on Blu-ray. Like the just filming the actual stage performance, and so obviously I bought it. I didn't watch it, but maybe I should.
Maybe it's good.
Maybe it's great. Maybe I'll regret not having watched it and being like, oh shit, I should have put this on my 13, 15 list or something.
You can put it on your corrections list.
Yeah, this is true. Where is it?
How long is it? Like, is it like fucking just overly long?
I don't know.
It'll say so on the back, probably.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Mozart. Cosi fan tutti. Tute. I don't know how to fucking pronounce this shit.
Tutankhamun.
Staged by Michel Haneke. Stage director. Very interesting. I would actually love to see how he would stage direct. Wow, this is region free too. Yeah, 220 minutes. Jesus. But yeah, I could totally watch this. I could actually probably watch this with my roommate. He likes classical music and he likes what I've shown him of Haneke. So yeah. I have an excuse.
I hope he makes another film before he dies, because
I hope he makes 800 films before he dies. But
I hope he makes a film that I can actually see before he dies in theaters.
I've seen
why couldn't you see Happy End? Is it because it just wasn't that popular and it wasn't in your area?
I'm in Fairfax, Virginia, and it wasn't playing anywhere in my area.
Yeah.
I
would love to see a Hanky Chan movie at Cannes before he dies or before I die. Either or.
I was lucky enough to. I think I said this already, but I was lucky enough to see The Piano Teacher like sometime like late last year in cinema in 35mm print, which was really cool.
Yeah, I got to see Happy End at Toronto Film Fest, and he was there and did a Q&A, so that was really cool.
Did you ask him anything?
Really, I mean, yeah, that was, well, no, I didn't, because
you weren't allowed.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm taking other people's questions, because there's nothing, I don't know what I would ask him that's so important that I need to know. If I was interviewing him, I'm sure I'd come up with some like great questions, but I mean, I never really feel like being the guy who raises my hand in the Q&A sessions. Just
yeah, when I saw Loveless, there was a preview and the director was there, and he did a Q&A at the end, and I was just like, raise your hand, and I just didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, if you don't have anything to say, then you shouldn't.
I was really trying to come up with a good question. No, that's the
Exactly.
thing.
Like, if you're forcing it, then it's like, why?
Yeah.
I love the people who like get picked and they're just like, I just wanted to say I really like your movies, and it's like, that should have been a question. You're stealing someone's question right now.
Yeah, which is why I put genuine thought into it, but nothing. Yeah, just no.
I read something about people walking out on the new Lars von movie at Cannes.
Of course, that's
yeah.
that's a Cannes thing.
Yeah, they're known to be real pussies.
They're very pretentious festival. In fact, the most pretentious festival.
Because they're French.
Did you hear? Did you hear that some people walked out because the movie, The House that Jack Built, was super disturbing and it got grossed out or something? I don't.
Yeah, that's what we were just mentioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to know when it'll be out in other places. I have to hope it'll be at TIFF or VIFF. I'd be very disappointed if it's at neither of those festivals.
Woof, 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 woof.
Sorry,
I was disappointed to hear that no one walked out of Climax.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, so.
You saw Irreversible recently, I know
Yes,
that.
I did. That's great.
Really good. It's funny to think that like half of Daft Punk scored that film. It's just
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's half of Daft Punk. Kind of strange when you think about it. Like, yeah.
People have different jobs.
Sure. It's just like I wouldn't expect like any of them to be like associated with a film that's that fucked up. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
You know,
Obviously, it's just kind of weird. 'Cause it's
really
such a
depends
fucked
on,
up film.
like, the director. You have to have a lot of like trust in the director too. But
yeah, it's a great
at
soundtrack.
the end of the day, even if you make music for like a shitty film, are people really going to associate you with that? They'd like. I mean, the only way you'd get anything bad out of that is if your music was also shitty.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't blame Hans Zimmer for being associated with movies that I don't like, but I do blame him for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 score. Well, I blame him and Pharrell Williams, right? Like that was a collaborative effort that made some of the worst scoring I've ever seen for a major film.
He hates me.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
I like hate them. They had to throw in an extra fucking
Syllable?
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah.
fit.
He hates me.
It's a goal.
Italian. Hey, it's a me.
I really liked that spinning Mario thing.
Yeah.
That was great.
Man.
Man, I must have thought they made something really profound with that fucking song. Like, oh, this is gonna be so cool.
Nope.
I'm just I wish I was at Cannes for longer because I could have seen The House That Jack Built if I was there earlier. Could have seen Don Quixote probably, which now I guess no one's gonna see.
Why?
Because he lost the lawsuit. Terry Gilliam doesn't own it anymore.
Oh yeah.
I know nothing about this.
Yeah, Terry Gilliam lost the lawsuit. Some other dude, like there was a producer that he was working with, and then the producer, and this was like earlier in the production, the producer like wasn't able to secure the funds that was needed for the film, so Terry Gilliam started working with someone else. Like I don't know if I'm explaining this properly at all, but they had signed a contract that instead of Terry Gilliam trying to like renegotiate the contract, he was just like, yeah, fuck it, and just made the movie anyway. And then the guy tried to get the film banned from Cannes, like legally. He tried to stop the screenings at Cannes, but was unsuccessful. But then the rest of the trials took place after the festival, and now the guy won the lawsuit, and Terry Gilliam doesn't own the rights to Don Quixote anymore, and it's probably never going to come out.
It already came out in some places.
Well, yeah, I know it already came out in some places, but the lawsuit thing was very recent. That was like within the past week.
They'll probably
It's
be
gonna
like
be
a cam.
distribution nightmare, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the guy who owns the rights is like, yeah, we'll premiere this at other festivals or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to see it at VIFF or TIFF still and just be giving my money to some asshole, but who knows? I hope they don't actually do rewrites or re-edits on Under the Silver Lake, though.
Yeah.
That'd be disappointing because I really loved it. It was supposed to come out like this month, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it got pushed back. Now they're like pushing it to Oscar season, and every article talking about it is like, could they be doing re-edits of the film? I really hope they don't. I don't know why else they would push it back like that. I guess just for the hope of an Oscar, but I don't know.
Because you saw the film in Cannes, right?
Yeah, I did. I loved it. It was probably like it was in my top 2 for sure that I saw at Cannes. So it'd be very disappointing if they re-edit it just because it didn't get that much of a critical buzz from it.
Yeah.
Even
though I don't know anything about it, I'm looking forward to, or I hardly know anything about it, I'm looking forward to the new film from the director of Son of Soul, which is apparently coming out this year in some countries. It's called Sunset.
Okay, let me look this up.
I mean, from what I know about it, like it should be good. I don't know.
Yeah, who
I just
knows?
watched Son of Saul this morning. It was amazing.
So what?
Son of Saul this morning.
yeah.
It was really amazing.
Yeah, I've seen it 3 times, which is kind of weird because like most people would only want to watch it once, but I'm just like, I'm gonna see it 3 times, and I'll probably see it again as well. Yeah, it's really good.
World.
I could have seen it in a cinema, but I just chose not to for some stupid reason. I don't know.
Lame.
I still need to see Son of Saul.
Well, get on it.
Very good.
Son of Saul with voiceover by VJ Emmy. Movie.
Honest, the movie.
Fuck, I need to get more of their films. Because like
So,
I saw He Killed Captain Alex and it was awesome.
I need to bring
that
it.
was fucking funny.
About something.
I need to bring this up because this is something that I know a few people probably noticed this, but and I've said this a few times before in texting like servers. So there's a scene in the film, right, where there's just a random shot in Who Killed Captain Alex. There's like a random shot of like some birds. It's just a random shot of some birds, and VJ Emmy says dinosaurs over it, and it's like, oh, it's like haha, funny joke. But I watched it, like I watched like Alex's video again of it recently, and when it got to that part, I was like, it just crossed my mind that, wait a minute, like I know this is probably intended as a joke, but like he's right, they are dinosaurs.
Of course, yeah.
And my mind,
Oh,
I
that's
don't know, I was just like, holy shit, like I just realized, I'm just like,
they evolved.
like does he have any idea that like what he's saying is
I think
accurate?
so.
Uganda's
I think
on top of
that
things.
seems like an intentional joke.
Uganda's on top of things.
I mean, like that's like basic understanding of like dinosaur evolution,
Sure.
I guess. That's not like a lesser known fact, I don't think. I would say
Yeah.
even in Uganda they probably know some shit. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
I was just
how do I
like,
buy their other movie?
Do they send that special packaging to everyone where they just thank everybody who gets the movie, autographs it, and sends you pictures?
Yeah, of course they do.
All right.
It's
yeah,
like
apparently everyone in Uganda lost their TV remotes or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry,
No,
Google
I just
Captain
thought that
Alex
was so
is
funny.
awesome.
Sorry, internet cut out. What were we talking about?
We're talking about a movie called Who Killed Captain Alex, and it's a
That movie.
it's Uganda's first action movie, and
Yeah,
so
it's the one with the video Joker as well.
Yeah.
That one.
No, it's
yeah.
he's a
VJ Emmy or something.
yeah, video jockey.
VJ,
I think is what they call it.
Video
VJ.
Joker
You have to respect, like
I know.
It's
I've seen
awesome.
it.
It's great.
You have to like, especially. I mean, like Alex said it so much better than I can, but yeah, you have to respect just the fact that this exists, and yeah,
Not just like success, but like they're having.
No,
they're having so much fun doing what they're doing.
and where they come from, like they live in a slum, and they're making like it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Like
it's great. It's actually really cool and funny.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I buy their other movie? Their website is just making it so difficult for me. I hate it when that happens. When it's like I want to give them money.
Then you have to then go through the dark web.
Yeah, I think the only one on DVD is Who Killed Captain Alex.
Dark
I think if I want to watch Teibat Satsula, I have to go on YouTube.
it needs a 4K Blu-ray. I buy that shit.
Teibat
Criterion release. They can remaster it.
Yeah, man, 4K Blu-ray Criterion. Who Killed Captain Alex?
I would not argue with that being on Criterion. If we're
mean-
like, going to be consistent about
There's
like,
fucking jellyfish eyes on Criterion, which is just
Criterion doesn't necessarily mean a good movie.
yeah,
You
that
know?
is true.
Yeah, I noticed.
Like it
But
has
it
to have some
typically
sort
does
of like.
though.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it has to have some sort of like impact on
Yeah.
film, supposedly. And I mean, like, there's tons that break that rule. But there are just movies that are like the first of its kind movies, or like important movies that are not necessarily there because they're good, but because they're like kind of unique or like introduce something new. You know. And I would argue that Who Killed Captain Alex does that.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
As funny as
yeah.
that sounds, like it kind of
We're
does
not in
that.
disagreement.
I wonder what it would say on the back. That would be very.
Oh
very
my
interesting.
god! Have some like film professor write an essay on the little
Yeah.
Yes.
cover and
Oh
stuff.
my god.
Amazing.
How do I watch Teibat Satsula?
One thing that does piss me off about Criterion
Got
is
to
how for
Satsula.
some of their titles they discontinued it and then never made Blu-rays or anything past it. Like how
Yeah.
I know Akira was one of their titles, but they
Akira?
only made but it
It
was
might just
only
be a
released-
licensing thing. Like they probably only have rights to it for like a couple years.
Like it was only
This-
released on Laserdisc, and they've never made like a Blu-ray for This Is Spinal Tap.
Oh, interesting.
This is a great
I
film,
didn't
which
even
is
know that they had.
this is a great film, which is hard to get hold of.
Yeah, that's why
Looks like it.
there's
What's
so
the
many
best
collector's
Criterion?
items for Criterion.
What's the best Criterion movie?
Oh man,
I don't know.
Barry Lyndon.
That would, yeah, I could see that.
I still need to watch it.
Ben,
I still need to buy it.
Ben.
I just wish Criterion would do like 4K Blu-rays now that I have a 4K Blu-ray player. You know?
Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't do that.
If
Oh,
you got invited to do one of those closet pick videos, how would you react to that?
That'd be great. I would
Oh,
hope
you just take everything.
I would hope that they would give me a little bit of notice so I can, watch a couple more like Tarkovskys before showing up and looking like an idiot. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'd probably I don't know. There's enough that I own already and have seen that I wouldn't look like a total idiot.
Another one of speaking of Tarkovsky, another one of his films is coming out on Criterion soon,
Oh shit!
which
Which one?
fuck knows. I don't know. I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce it. I'm gonna get it and I'll just post it in chat.
Okay, I don't know what you're. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to try and pronounce it because I know I'm gonna. To be fair, I actually can't even remember the name of it, so that's that.
Rip. Yeah, I wanna see Stalker.
You own it, don't you?
I do. It's on. There's like a pile of things like in my projector room where it's like, okay, here's the movies that I need to remember to watch, and so that's how I watched Watership Down recently. Is because like Scoot was over after doing a commentary recording, and we had some time before he had to leave, and I was like, okay, we're gonna watch something, and then it was just right there, and I was like, okay, Watership Down, let's do it. So I'm
Was
getting
the
better
commentary-
at like forcing myself into watching older movies, just because like I'm watching so many movies all the fucking time. It's just difficult to make time for them.
Was the commentary
editing
for
a
a
lot,
John
too.
Woo movie?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay.
I posted the thing in chat for anyone in Google Hangout chat. Should probably post.
Andrei Rublev. Okay.
Yep.
That doesn't seem. I was expecting a much more difficult to pronounce.
Yeah, I to be honest, I really couldn't remember like the name of it.
Oh,
So
whatever. Okay. Andrei Rublev. Interesting. Man, does anybody like Olivier Assayas like in this chat? I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to like get to the point where I can watch one of his movies and not hate it.
who's this?
The guy who directed Clouds of Sils Maria and
Oh, okay.
and Personal Shopper.
I saw Personal Shopper in the cinema and just
It was bad. Both of those movies
yeah,
are bad.
It was bad.
I don't understand why people love them. Like the art community, like the cinephile community loves those fucking movies, and yeah, and I just don't understand it. Like they're poorly made. They're poorly made by any standard that I could judge a film's quality.
But Adam, you aren't supposed to judge a film on its quality.
I don't understand what people like
supposed to
about
agree
those
with
movies.
everyone.
You're not supposed to give a shit about like the substance of film.
Oftentimes, when something's just like so poorly made, but a lot of people love it, and I ask for answers on like why people love it. Usually, the type of response I get is like, "It's the themes," which is like there were a lot of comments on my Incredibles 2 review of people saying like, "Oh God, why do you hate this movie? Don't you understand the themes of parenting in this movie?" It's like, well, that has nothing to do with the quality of the movie.
Yeah.
Neil Breen's films have themes. Cool Cat has themes. You know, every
Cat.
movie has themes.
Yeah.
You can talk about themes and explain why you relate to those themes on a personal level, but that doesn't say anything about the quality of the film. Honestly, any reviewer who just spends their entire review talking about themes and doesn't say anything about the actual filmmaking, sorry, but you're kind of bullshitting, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I saw just because I wanted to see something. I saw In the Fade, and as soon as like the whole political angle came in, I was like, "This is the whole political angle of that film is so poorly integrated.
Very.
It's just shoved in there. It's just shoved in there.
Yeah, it doesn't feel organic at all.
It just feels like the director saying." I mean,
I saw the trailer and I already knew what it was.
Yeah,
I mean,
In
it
the
just
Fade is
felt
not very good.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just reminded me of like, I mean, you could take the politics out of that film and it just wouldn't be any different. But it reminded me of like I, Daniel Blake, where the politics of I, Daniel Blake are very important to the film. It's you can't take the politics out of I, Daniel Blake and have it, still like work. Like it's integrated.
It's less about the politics and more about
the
individual.
and sure.
Yeah.
But it's still like the politics are still like it's not just shoved in there, just like so the director can be like, oh, look how virtuous I am or what the fuck ever. But In the Fade it's just
Somebody's asking if I've seen the 1981 film Possession. No, I haven't. I just watched it. Or sorry, I just watch listed it.
Just watched it right now.
No, I haven't. I just watched.
Yeah, he watched it in the microsecond that we were just talking.
Yeah, he was watching it. He was watching it while I was ranting about In the Fade.
How many more videos
It was wonderfully paced.
watch movies instantly?
Yeah, like you could. I feel like there's tons of like science fiction-y things where they throw in the concepts of like learning information in like a nanosecond. You could like upload a movie to your head and just be like, "Wow, I remember the whole thing now." But it's like, do you experience it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I am
gay.
Yeah. Well, on the Patreon Hangout thing, it says 2 to 3 hours. We're coming up to 2 hours, and today, unfortunately, I am going to cut this one in the next 10, 15, 10 minutes or so, just because I got a lot of shit that I got to get done before I go see a show tonight, and I need to record some quickie audio. I saw like 3 different movies in theaters on Tuesday.
You saw. You also saw the 70mm film.
Yeah,
Of I actually saw that too. That was actually playing near my area. Like
nice.
In another. Okay, it was playing in McLean, Virginia. So I went to go see that.
Yeah, I did a road trip by myself to Seattle just to see some movies that weren't playing in Canada. So I saw Upgrade, and I saw Gotti, and I saw the 2001 70mm.
How was that?
Which one?
2001.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Very fun. I enjoyed it. There was one really annoying woman that just like was literally talking this loud as like early into the movie, and I was just like, I looked back at her and her like boyfriend just being there, and they kept talking while she kept talking. I don't know if the boyfriend was talking, because if he was doing it in a quiet way where I couldn't hear him. I just looked back at them. She clearly didn't stop, and it almost seemed like she was mocking me for giving a shit. And so I was just like, okay. And I just moved to the front of the theater and just like leaned back and experienced the rest of the movie from there. And then by the time like intermission happened, they were gone anyway. It seemed like, I guess they were bored. I guess that wasn't their kind of movie.
I had a similar experience at a streaming.
There was actually a guy who came in the movie showing, and he pretty much just like slept through the entire thing. So I woke him up in intermission. He just slept through this.
Yeah, I had a similar experience at a screening of 2001. This couple, the girlfriend kept asking him why the movie looked so old, and after a while, he caved in and started to explain to her that it's the 50th anniversary. I don't know why he didn't.
Like, would she not have seen it?
I don't know how she didn't know that going in.
Yeah,
it's a new movie released. Now.
I mean, literally the poster in the theater says, "See the film that 50 years ago changed all other films," or something like.
It's like when
that made in 2001. Maybe she thought it was made in 2001.
I don't know.
It's like the bit in 13 Reasons Why, where she's like, why don't they say why they're in space? Like, they don't talk about it at all.
That's funny.
God.
Yeah.
I cringed. The cringe.
Yeah, I can see why some people don't like it. Did anybody see that clip of the characters on 13 Reasons Why talking about 2001: A Space Odyssey? That's pretty
It didn't
funny.
make any sense.
Of course,
because he walked out in the opening credits, but then he started talking about the movie. But he didn't see any of the movie, so anything he was saying, he couldn't have known because he walked out before it started.
Why did he walk out?
Because they thought it would be funny, even though it made no sense because he walked out before the movie even really started.
Good logic.
Nice.
Like, holy shit, you're in space. Why don't you just talk about that?
Holy shit, we're in a Google Hangout. Why don't we talk about the fact we're in a Google Hangout?
It's insane.
Glitch just typed.
Dude, this is the dark web.
Equal on a Google Hangout, more legit than fucking Skype.
Yeah, I don't. I think because they've already used the Skype notification sound as like the jump scares. I think now they just have to stick with it because it's like, ooh, the scary sound from the first movie. Who uses Skype anymore? Especially like young people.
Come across furries.
You know,
I wonder if they'll come across furries.
I love. Yeah, that would be a good re-edit. I love how perfectly diverse their group of friends is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's forced.
In the Unfriended 2 trailer. Like, man, what a perfect you belong in a McDonald's ad. Group of friends, you know?
I love how
so
some
funny.
of the teens in the Unfriended one didn't know what a troll is, even though they're all on a group Skype call somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
They all trust one of their
Supposed to be
friends
like
to send them a random program about Trojans, and they don't question that. But as soon as he says troll, they're just completely
What
gone.
is a troll?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. If you have to explain that to the audience, then what's your target audience anymore? Do you think like 45-year-olds are going to watch Unfriended?
45-year-old scared of girls who shit their pants in horror movies. That reason, by the way,
yeah,
for that movie
I
is
forgot that's
that was
why it
such a
happened.
fucking
Really?
stupid reason. She shits her pants and then she's like, "Well, I cannot take my life anymore."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she got the cap off, so
It's all over.
fuck. We need a cyberbully 2.
Oh yeah.
We need a sequel to
Cyberbully 2.
Cyberbully.
We need to make Clickster a real thing.
We need a Cyberbully Unfriended
crossover.
Yeah.
With Sia.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What is the best David Cage game?
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain.
Yeah, it's the least stupid. I mean, it's pretty stupid, but it's the least stupid.
Yeah, like I love how inconsistent the voice acting is in that game. Like sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's like
French people.
What?
French people pretending to be Americans, but not doing a very good job at it.
What's the best
Yeah.
Quake game?
Quake
2, Quake 2, Quake 2. Putting it out right there.
Okay.
69.
Hey Adam, what's your favorite Martin McDonagh film?
Probably 3 Billboards.
Oh, thank you. Okay, good. I'm gonna rub that in my friend's face. Thank you.
I think I said that in my quickie, but my rating has changed from a 10 to a 9.
Yeah, actually, I saw your rating change for Phantom Thread to a 10.
Yeah. I really loved Phantom Thread even more on my second watch.
Was Lucas Hedges
fucking
It's a damn good movie, really. Acting's fantastic as well.
Everything about it. The score is
Yeah, no.
amazing. Like
That's another thing.
It's a very masterful, thrilling movie, especially on like a second watch.
I think it was
first
one of the
watch. I was like dying. I was
Oh, yeah.
the sickest I have been in like 5 years when I first watched it, and I was just having.
I was mostly
when I watched Phantom Thread, the first thing I noticed was the score. That was probably the first thing I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
It had one of the better scores of 2017. The only one that came close.
I thought it
was-
deserved the Oscar for sure.
Oh, really? You thought it deserved
Out of
best
the
for
nominees,
score?
yeah.
For score or for best picture? Score, right?
Most.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been a cool best picture, but it doesn't seem like an Oscar best picture, so I
it's
don't even
not.
consider that to be reasonable.
Everything about that movie is pretty much perfect, though.
Yeah.
Not in like it's a perfect movie, but everything about it, each one of the components in it is pretty well crafted.
Yeah, the craft of.
Is it better than There Will Be Blood, though?
That's
the
I haven't
real
seen
question.
that in, like, I don't know. There Will Be Blood's amazing.
Yeah.
Great
So
movie.
I don't know if I'm gonna rate both of them 10 out of 10. Then it's not really. I mean, it's pretty.
Sure.
It's not that important to call one better.
I would have. Here's a pretty nice hot take. I would have given Call Me by Your Name a 10.
Oh, cool.
That's not a.
I gave Blade Runner.
I mean, you gave it a 9. You gave it a 9. Everyone I've told that they're all like, well, not everything about it's perfect. I think a lot of the components that make it so good make up for some of the parts that are a little bit more lacking. I think it's one of those 10s. It's like it's not a perfect movie, but I think the better parts really do make up.
How do I
I'd say
find
it's
this
a perfect
film, The
movie, but it's
River,
not a
on
10.
IMDb? Because I'm looking for it, and I don't. I've seen like a mini series that obviously doesn't look like what I'm looking for.
What?
Why don't you type the original title in chat, the foreign language title? Taiwanese film called The River.
Never heard of it
Somebody
until now.
recommended it, so
Okay.
in chat. The River. Yeah, on IMDb, is it the 1984 one? No, that doesn't look Taiwanese.
1951.
I have a film to recommend, which I probably have recommended before and has been
Sure.
recommended to you a billion times. This French film, La Haine, or The Heat.
La Haine.
La Haine, yeah. I don't know. You might have heard about this. It's really
Haine.
fucking good.
I've heard about it for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's on my watch list. I like Vincent Cassel. He's pretty dope.
Yep.
There's something I was surprised about, Adam, on the Sardonicast podcast
Yep.
with Chris Stuffman. you guys were asked what were some of the best action scenes in your opinion. And I don't know if you were excluding shootouts, but I was surprised nobody mentioned like the downtown shootout in Heat.
Well, I haven't seen Heat yet, so yeah, that's
a good
another
one.
thing that I haven't seen.
Oh,
It's too many movies to watch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
what
out
the
of
fuck
any
is
of
the
them,
original
like,
title?
You,
Hey,
Alexander.
Adam, speaking of things that you mentioned on your podcast, you mentioned something about how you think Tokyo panders to furries at one point.
Yes, it does.
What pandas to
We were
furries?
going to talk more
Okay.
about that on
do you mean?
one of your
Of course the
podcasts,
panda-
and I've been waiting for that talk forever.
Oh, okay. So I didn't. Oh, yeah. I kind of did say like I'd talk about it another time,
Yeah.
or I think Ralph told me to talk about it another time, and I said okay.
I want to see it again.
Oh, I want to hear you go off on that for some reason. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, I will talk about that in the future. But it very clearly panders to furries. It's got like every little niche furry dumb thing in it.
But the
And
news
like
team?
very clearly, a lot of people that worked on it were furries as well. Like furries have infiltrated a lot of tech industries and like animation industries. I'm not even kidding. Like
It's the
so many
furry takeover.
like there's
Good.
obviously like there's a lot of animation going on in Vancouver, and it's like I know tons of fucking furries who are just doing animation in Vancouver, right?
Good.
And like the same trends continue in other cities too. Like sure, there are plenty of people who have that sort of passion that aren't furries, but furries are like more likely than the general population to have that kind of passion for like art and animation or like a lot of tech shit. Also.
I wonder how many people animate while in fursuits.
All of them.
That would be very hard. unless you take off unless you take off the.
Adam, have you ever made a YMS in a fursuit, a full fursuit?
No. No.
You should
Yeah, I
get
don't
a
have one.
fursuit, Adam, and then
Yeah. I still don't.
do stuff
I don't
in
know.
it.
There's not a good. I'm looking for a good horse one. I don't see him. There's Christooms makes some cool shit.
Beast Cub makes good horse
who?
ones. Beast Cub.
Beast Cub. Yeah, I know. Wait, Beast Cub? Who the fuck is that again?
Yeah.
Beast Cub.
She makes really good
remember who
quad
this
suits
is.
too.
I think this is the person from Edmonton. No, I'm thinking of Beetle Cat. No. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I haven't seen anything that I like yet for horse fursuits. I've seen things that are like almost what I would want, but I haven't seen anything that.
You're very, very picky, I guess,
Of
which
course
is fine.
I am. Well, I mean, there's also that. Not think about it. Look at how many horse fursuits there are, and most of them are shit. You know,
I haven't.
Like, there aren't
I
that many
can't
good-
say.
Exactly. Like go look for them. There's not that
Sure.
many good ones at all. And even the ones that are good, it's like not what I'm looking for. It's a very uncommon species,
Yeah.
surprisingly, for the furry fandom. But yeah, I don't know. Like there's some cool shit from Christooms that they've done a lot of cool like feline shit. But I don't know. Would I guess the question is, would I compromise by getting a suit that's not my animal just because it's going to look better?
Get a tiger or a lion.
Yeah, but it's like, but I'm not a tiger. I don't feel like a fucking tiger. Any final closing questions from anybody?
Yes.
Or maybe people that didn't get to talk as much. I know one person, Will.
Yeah, I came at the end.
Yeah, you weren't here for very long, but I am ending this pretty soon. So, do you have any questions or?
So I know you're. I think it's pretty obvious. We all know you're Canadian, and we all know that you like music, right? In
Yes.
some areas.
Yeah.
So you probably know this band, but you probably know Godspeed You, Black Emperor.
No, I don't. What is this?
Anyways, I was going to ask you if you had any thoughts on them, because I actually am a pretty big fan.
Let's see what they are.
And they're a pretty awesome Canadian band.
As a Vancouverite, I can vouch for them. They're really.
Anyone else have any thoughts on Godspeed You?
Not entirely
I'll
sure.
leave
who
a
they
tab
are.
open. and
I think
potentially
that-
put them out later. They have a song called East Hastings. That's kind of cool.
It's a great song. That's one of my favorites, actually. Listen to Dead Flag Blues.
Very
If you want to
Vancouver
check them out.
themed
They're
song.
very interesting, and
Okay.
they're probably my favorite Canadian band that I've
Yeah, I'll
listened
check
to.
out this song later. Thank you.
Not a lot I've listened to, but you know.
Any other questions or comments?
Yeah. I have something to say in the question. I want to thank you for rating Wonder Shows and Nathan For You, Frisky Dingo, and check it out, Harley and IMDb, because I watched all those shows and they're all really, really amazing. Thank you for those.
So you
And
looked at the rating and then decided to check them out, is what you're saying?
yeah.
Cool.
And I
problem.
wanted to ask you what you thought about Leon the Professional.
I haven't seen it in so long. It was probably like, I don't know, 15 when I watched it. I remember liking it. I don't remember it being like super amazing. I don't remember it. Like, I can understand why it's up there and considered a classic, but I don't remember it being like so important.
It's 1994, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those. The keynote year. Yeah, I'll watch it. I would like to watch it again. I don't even. I have it on Blu-ray. I just haven't seen it in so long.
Now you can watch it.
this.
Yeah.
Region free. Any other questions, comments?
So
Have you seen?
Synecdoche Key Part 6, super stoked. That's all I gotta say.
I think.
Have you seen Seven Samurai? Because I've been like
also a long
wanting to watch it. I have it on Criterion. It's just
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, and I'm like, I should watch it.
Yeah, I think I was a little too young to appreciate it, but I remember liking it still.
It's really awesome.
I would
It's
like
probably
to
one of the
watch it again.
It's also probably one of the best paced films I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Say one good thing about Life is Strange.
There must be one good. There must like even if it's a tiny thing.
They had the song Lua by Bright Eyes in it, and that's a great song.
Okay, there you go.
And
honestly, I don't.
They had some Sufjan Stevens, I think, in it. I don't remember. They had a bunch of fucking indie music to pander towards indie people, and I love indie music. So, I mean, not every song in the game was great. There was a lot of shit, trash indie music. There was some good indie music in there too.
Name one trash indie song that they played.
I'm not gonna be able to name them because I'm not gonna look them up and figure out what the song's called if it's trash.
I hate the very first one they play.
There's
And
tons
that's
of trash
the
songs
one
in
that
that
they
game.
play during Chloe's funeral.
There's tons of trash songs in both of those games.
Say one good thing about Megan is missing.
No. There's nothing good about Megan is Missing.
The fun.
No.
The font choice. the graphic design.
See the What If fundraiser for the Life is Strange live action shit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be Life
Do
is
you
Strange too.
think you'll ever?
When's that happening?
Is it happening now or is it?
I don't
Life
know.
is-
Is it happening?
I
It's
remember,
like a TV series or something?
I remember seeing on like the add-on plays to that they
Yeah, I
had one,
mean,
but
Yeah, I don't know if we'll find out what's happening to it, but like it might just be something that never happens. So
I was just gonna say, would you ever contribute to it, or like would you ever, throw some money in there for the?
if it's being Kickstarter, is there a Kickstarter? I don't think there is a
I
Kickstarter.
thought there was, or maybe I'm just confused.
I don't think there was a Kickstarter, unless you're talking about the fan movie.
Yeah.
Which probably had a
That's what I meant.
Kickstarter. Are they making another one? I don't know.
I thought they were.
Life is Strange 2 is confirmed.
Oh yeah, it has a date.
I love that in the fucking live action one, they couldn't get a butterfly, so they drew it on a bathroom stall.
Honestly, I don't get the hate or the love for that game. I've played it a couple times, not like the whole game, but I've played a couple things from it. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's just sort of
I would consider it
there.
bad. It's
I don't know.
It's riddled with so many annoying
The story is stupid as hell, but I
Stupid
mean,
as hell. No real choice.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
characters are obnoxious.
But it takes a lot for me to hate a game. I think like most games, and that's the same with most movies. Most movies and most games just fall on like the average scale. There's so few movies I give like a 1 or a 0 or a 3 even.
0.
Don't give anything a 0.
It's so bad.
A zero is a movie that just like it's fundamentally contributing to the downfall of society. Like it's like Nazi propaganda or something.
I see.
So little anything. It's like it's there's so many. That's my point though. There's no zeros really. There's not many. And Life is Strange is just like a 5. It's just so nothing. It's like you can do things, but can you do anything?
If you give out zeros, then that basically means you're using a scale of 11 units.
Yeah.
Whatever. People can rate however they want. People do
Not
like out
necessarily.
of 4 stars anyway. So
Zero is
everything.
I don't even consider it 0 like a rating. It's almost like it fails to qualify as even content.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean Roger Ebert did that. He's done like 0 stars.
My sister told me after we saw Infinity War, I'd give that a 9. I never give anything 10s because there's no such thing as a perfect movie.
You said this last time, yeah.
Roger
10
Ebert
isn't
gave,
perfect.
Yeah,
though.
he gave 0 stars to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
Oh.
Yeah,
GG.
he's
I
done a
give
lot of
that-
great shit.
like
Any
a
other final questions or comments before I head out?
Who drew your horse avatar? Was
Which
that
one?
You? The one that you're using for the Hangouts.
Oh, I don't even know what my horse avatar on the Hangout looks like. Oh wait, no, yeah, I know which one I'm using. That was from Chris Patrick, who did the Bedfellows series, and has a series that they're working on right now called Cat Ghost. But I haven't really given it a proper watch yet. It looks kind of cool.
I have one more question.
Okay, go for it, and then I'll end.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna be quick anyways. Annette, since you like indie music, do you like Snail
Yes.
Mail?
Ooh, what?
Snail Mail.
Snail Mail. Never heard.
Yeah.
Snail Mail.
Gay teenage girl who just saved indie rock. At least that's what Mew thinks of it. I'm kidding. But it's
Saved it.
it's pretty good actually.
Heroes,
Pitchfork gave it
okay.
a nice review. I just
I'll
listened
leave
to
a
the
tab
album.
open for that as well.
Check it out. All right.
Okay, cool.
Peace.
Snail Mail. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for hanging out on the Hangout.
Bye.
The date will be posted for the next Hangout in the next couple weeks or something. It'll be next month. Just check the
profile.
Fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, it just did it. It just did it again. Wow.
Okay, whatever. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you very much.
You bet.
Catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Opposite.